Hello. It's me, the snake. How are you doing? How is everyone on this wonderful day? Benui. Benui time. Ui. Here we are, playing the sad game. And it will remain sad for the foreseeable future. We'll be forced to play this in due time. This quest line is required to complete in order to play the finale of the game. Once we would have naturally reached a certain point in the storyline, it would have cut us off from continuing the story by requiring the final quest in any of these. It's the last one. That is, these 4 quest lines to be completed before continuing. So today, we are going to play this quest in sadness. Okay. It's me. Let me guess, you're standing in front of Serik, bounty hunter, non-parale, because you have a mind to aid me in feeling the dread phronesis. Do I have the right of it? Or do I have the right of it? You have the right of it. Oh, it's an autoplay. Why is it an autoplay? Don't be an autoplay. Allow me to elaborate. Oh, wait, I missed the other one too. Ah! I keep looking to the side. willing to throw caution to the wind and strike off to battle with a nigh indomitable foe, eh? Why, I've got a feeling the two of us will get along just fine. Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those goddamned warriors of light. There are 4 of them, all told, crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh a century. The tales are true. People have come to call them the cardinal virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than Archmagus Nilbert, whose baleful magics were feared over the realm. Can you stop selecting the fucking chat box? Though it's... Hello? Though it's only been a few short years since he showed up in Armoring. He's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion, and that's where you come in. Provided that you can prove to me that you possess the rather specialized set of skills that I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amareng. I mean to set off there shortly. Then let's go to Motsup. To Motsup. Let's go. Sarig! There he is. Hello. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another Sun Eater, far less imposing specimen than Phronesis, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words and we'll talk further. We get to murder a Sun Eater, yay! Oh, it's over there. It's over there! I don't know why I gave Sarig this, like, super smooth voice. Oh, I can use this, yeah. Nice. Good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me with a little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so I extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Phronesis, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Motsuk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Sarig. Hello. Welcome to Motsuk, friend. And as you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Phronesis showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. But the lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis and returned to tell the tale speak of the great horrors they witnessed. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything inside. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality. Gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. And yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlement. He simply shambles across the wastes, summoning hollows one after the next, and the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is a tantamount suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunter have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. The way I see it, if only there were a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than stand a chance against Phronesis himself. This is why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke clear. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. I'm familiar with void gates. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden. And so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. With all that, I'd best get to work. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. And we just continue. There you are. Your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Phronesis was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I've no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows within our own eyes, and formulate a subtle plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine, the Crystarium. By setting it on Phronesis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiends as to not be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be the key towards success, and yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray lend me a hand of procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. You're a lifesaver, friend. I just spotted nasty-looking sand-skinned Sibyllae lurking about the Easterfield, and I do believe one of their tendons should serve well to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me, and I'll see the repairs. Whee! Boop. 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 Any luck finding that tendon? For my part, I've acquired something that should serve as a makeshift gear. Costs me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it keeps us calm, if it helps us claim that bounty in the end, that'll be more than worth it. Perfect, yes. Though I reckon this is durable and elastic enough to replace the mannequin's snapped drive belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. In the meantime, why don't you scout us out a suitable lookout point? Phronesis was last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. That is a horrible word. Ugh, I hate it. Oh there, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us the perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to work? I'll kindle us a fire. We might be here for a while. Well, I'll be. There's the bastard. Look closely now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. No, we mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Phronesis sees it, he may well blast it to its bits before it has a chance to investigate the hollows. And there he goes. I'll set the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. Just as I expected, gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend, though. Through his sacrifice, we now know how much distance he must keep from his hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, lest you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. I've been to worse. It's as if the shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but the senses shiver at the spine. Let me out. It's so dark in here. Why the pale face, friend? You look as if you've seen a ghost. A voice, you say? From inside the hollow? But that's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please help me. Get me out of here. Over here. We're out here. Hello? Was that a voice? There's someone out there. If you can hear me, please, you must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees, not even an ether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? This voice, what in the god's name is it saying? The voice of a boy, you say? Claims he's lost inside with no ether current to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, not unlike what would happen if an aetherite to which one was teleporting was destroyed in mid-journey. Wait a minute. If there was some way you could channel your ether into the void, might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide the child back to us? Of course not that I know how we'd go about that. No worries, I can do it. Do you reckon you could just do that? I wouldn't even think for asking how, but do your damnedest. Wicked white! And you were an ordinary sinner. But even still, you find your ways to surprise me. Hello. Where am I? Well, I'll be damned. There was a child inside. Our little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let us carry him back to Modsuk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. Where you at, Sarig? Sarig. Hello. The boy's resting now. He's weak but not wounded. At least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of Hollows? If so, might they also be returned to our world alive? There's much we must ask him when he awakes. On another subject. This might be an odd question, but have you ever looked after the child before? What do you think? That makes two of us. Bounty hunters like me don't get much opportunity for babysitting. Still, until we can track down the boy's parents, I suppose I have little choice but to look after him myself. I suppose my first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale, after all. Methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. Now, perhaps I should take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some kind ailment inscrutable to the eye. Maybe I should... Damn it all. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Baby! Baby! Is your small child? Ah, there you are. You'll be happy to know that the boy is awake and seems to be no worse for the wear. Physically speaking, at last. There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from, or just how he managed to get swallowed up into the void. In fact, other than his own name, Tainer, he can't remember much of anything at all. He seems a good lad, mind you. Eats my half-assed cooking with a smile and nary a word of complaint. Yet I reckon he's hurting inside and badly. We must reunite him with his parents with all due speed. I suggest that he go for a stroll around Motsuk, in the hopes that the sights might help to jog his memories. He can't have wandered far. Why don't you go check up on him? Do not tell me. You are one who rescued me from the flow, yes? I feel from you the warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the ether. Well, I'll be damned. The boy's a sharp one. That's not the least of it. The carer who examined him said they could feel great power welling from up from within him. Despite his young age, Tainer here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. Perhaps I do, yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can't recall nothing of who I am, or where I came from, only the darkness. No need for apologies, boy. You did well to make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember, or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe this is what roused me from my slumber. The hollows truly are a gate between worlds. That would mean that someone recently traveled from Oz to another, or from another to Oz. But is that not possible? But is it possible, or is it? You'd be surprised. You know something I don't, friend. Worry not, I won't pry for details. Ah well, no sense racking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do, namely finding the boy here and home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. Memories! You truly do that for me? But the two of you have already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. It's no burden at all. Besides, if we can figure out just who you are and where you came from, it just might lead us to the answers we seek. Now let's consider options. One possibility is that you're an orphan, all alone in this world, with another soul to care for or look after you. And yet this seems unlikely. Yes, the mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you are truly as skilled in magic as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. who this master of yours is, and whether you are of their blood or simply received the tutelage, this I cannot say. But either way, I'm certain they are worried sick about you. If that truly is so, I would very much like to meet this person too. That settles it then. Let's get down to business. I took the liberty of inquiring around Motsuk and the Crystarium. Unfortunately, there have been no reports of missing persons matching Taina's description, which means that we have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant in town whose travels often take him afield. Let us have a talk with him and see if he has heard any helpful rumors. Rumors of a missing boy, you say? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon, but I overheard someone think the other day that might be a fuse. On my way to Motsuk, I stopped over an inn there and he said that I am an ailing mage, and as Garrus told it, he'd be ambushed by a Sin Eater, who was separated from his child in the battle. Bloody hells, could it be? The Sin Eater that attacked the poor man was Phronesis. It would explain everything. The man you speak of, he could be my father. We must go to him at once. Agreed. I hope the man is... No, there's no point in presuming he were otherwise. Let us make for the inn and see what the Garrus there can tell us. Oh there. I hear there's a mage who lost his boy. Well, oh, wait, no, that's the wrong person. Oh there. I hear there's a mage in your care who lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found. This is him right there. What? So it wasn't my father after all. This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family. Just so. We heard the man that he was looking for a son, so we just hoped. Alas, it seems that it wasn't meant to be. But there are many people here, yes? But I asked around to see if any of the others are my family. But of course, yet many of the people here are quite ill. In many cases in considerable pain. It's not the place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed it is not. I guess that means I'll either myself or Rain here should accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me take my mind off things. Not a bad idea. The lad doesn't mind. I reckon Taina would rather be with someone his own age. Take his mind off things. Speaking of which, how's the boy's father holding up? I fear the poor man has already departed on his journey. He's a man no longer. Ah, damn it. The child insisted upon staying by his father's side until the last. I permitted this out of respect for him. Though part of me regrets the choice. None so young should suffer such horrors. It was some small solace to learn that his living relatives reside at the Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself. I see. Reckon we should also find someone to look after Taina as well. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up the prospect of finding the boy's family. But we've no other leads, and the deadly sin eaters are the ruse. If the lad tags along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than to ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch after Taina for the time being. Get back to the hunt, and gather whatever clues we can about his origins along the way. Is there nothing we can do? I too wish there was some more we could do for the lad. But think of it this way. If we don't do something about that damn sin eater, who knows how many poor children will end up like Taina. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. But it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry. It's my decision and I intend to take responsibility for it. Bad news, friend. It seems the two young ones got in a quarrel of sorts and Taina's up and run away. It seems the lad mentioned how he'd come from out from one of the hollows. The other boy, who put two and two together, figured he'd been attacked by a sin eater. Then I said my dad was attacked by a sin eater, and then he turned into one himself. So I asked, what if he turned into a sin eater too? Taina's face went all white. He kept saying, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" Over and over and over again. I just couldn't take it anymore. Before he knew it, I was shouting at him. Shut up, shut up! I bet you're turning into a sin eater already. Why did I say such a mean and nasty thing? Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Both of you have had a rough go of these past 2 days. Nobody can blame either one of you for feeling a bit on edge. But we must hurry and find Taina before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search to the west, and you take to the east. And be careful out there. Wee. Wee. What am I doing? I'm doing the smartened. Tina. When I hear the clamor of battle, I fear the worst. But I see you have everything under control. Are you okay, lad? Forgive me, I don't deserve this kindness. I was just so scared. I was worried about what could become of me. If I never recovered my memories, then I started thinking, what if I ended up like the boy's father? What if it's already happening to me? That's one matter you needn't worry yourself with. The Carol who examined you told me as much. You suffered no direct wounds. You're in no more danger turning into a Sinita than rain on me. Actually, that's not a good metric to go by. I'm actually turning into a Sinita as we speak. Is that so? It's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. I should have known better than to badger him about such things, especially after what happened to his father. Funny thing, he said the same thing about you. You both have good hearts, lad, and you've been through more than any man should. There's no need to be ashamed about your feelings. There's still so much I don't understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why must it be this way? If only I could remember something. Anything! I'm sick of not knowing who I am. I'm sick of being alone. Now is your turn, Taina. And do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. Your command of magic is equal to that of my own. Oh wait, that's a boy. Voice. What voice? Your command of magic is the equal is the equal of my own. If I can succeed, there's no reason why you cannot. Free your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Neilbert. I shall try my best. Wicked White. Are you alright, Rain? I remember now. I was standing here on these blighted plains, my head hung low in shame. Then Neilbert turned to me with smile heartening words. Neilbert, why does that name sound so familiar? I reckon we have much to discuss, but none in this god's forsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can't get to the bottom of this. Hmm. Wee. Tina, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really? That's wonderful. Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live with Crystarium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend. Bye! Whee! I knew you two would work things out. Now, let us return to Mortsuk. We've more than our share of questions that need answering. Mandatory side quest. This mount feels slower than the other mounts. It's so weird. I could swear it's a bit slower somehow, unless you have the mount speed increase. Or are flying, which is maximum speed. So strange. As I saw it, first you fainted all of a sudden. When you came to, a portion of Tana's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? The power to look into the past, eh? And you're certain that what Rain described matches up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break this to you, lad, but your friend Neilbert that was with you that day, he's no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Phronesis, one of the goddamn warriors of light. He was just a young child in your memories. That means what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Would that it were just a coincidence, another boy with the same name. But no, judging from the formidable command of magic, we can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Neilbert and myself. Neilbert. Mjolnir, I don't know. Neilbert, maybe? I have no idea. When we were taken by a group of mages and consortium of sorts, they were searching for a means to open a hole to another world. They were recruiting young children who nigh magical aptitude for the task. Neilbert? I'm gonna call him Neilbert. Neilbert and myself were the two that chose. You can't be serious. And yet that would explain the Sini's ability to summon those damned hollows. And if you possess the same knowledge and training as Neilbert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. But what I don't understand is why haven't you aged at all? I cannot say for sure. Yet my memories, they are slowly coming back to me. In time, I may be able to help you find a way to close the hollows. You'd be a lifesaver. If you could. But it would be a lifesaver if you could, but don't overburden yourself. You're still recovering after all. In the meantime, don't worry. Ren and I will see that you're safe. I thought Tainer was just a victim of the Sin Eater. To think that he was actually friends with the man himself. Back when he was still the man. This can't be simple coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The child holds the key to defeating Phronesis. We must keep him safe and not let him out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover from his memories. And not so hard as just to kick the poor lad aside before he's figured matters out. But we can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead, while waiting for the rest of Tainer's memories to come back to him. That is to say, if it's all right with you, lad. I'm so sorry, I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad, I've only known you for a short while, but I can tell you have a good heart, and a good head in your shoulders. I can only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears of uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band. And as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Rain? I see. Thank you, Sarig. Thank you, Rain. I will aid your quest in whatever way I can. Well, that's more like it. We're counting on you, lad. Level 76. Only 3 more quests. And then this is done. Good news, friend. Dana he has told me that his memories are starting to come back to him. There's one new collection in particular. He says he's eager to discuss with the two of you. Tell us, lad, what is it? As time goes by, memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. Nilbert and I were born members to a great consortium of mages. From our earliest days, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. The consortium's leaders thought to find a way to open a hole in time and space, a portal to other worlds from which they could summon forth beasts of great power. Nilbert and I were chosen to participate in the research. Summoning great beasts from beyond our world? Your mage train, is that even possible? Yes. Voidsent? Never heard of them, but I'll take the answer as a yes. Mages come with the damnedest ideas, eh? And yet I don't understand. Why ever would they use 2 young boys for such a dangerous experiment? The beasts of our master sought to summon reside in the planes most distant from our own. Reaching across such a great distance requires a tremendous store of innate ethereal power. and so our masters set about to breed the perfect mate. Marriages were arranged. What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry. I look away for a second. I look back, and the first thing I read is, and so our masters set out about to breed the perfect mage. Yes. Marriages were arranged to wed the mightiest members of the consortium to one another, in hopes they would bring forth children and therefore unheard magical aptitude. And finally they'd succeed. So you're born, a Neobed. Indeed. From even before we could speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the boundaries between worlds. We practiced these spells day after day, night after night, for what seemed an eternity. At long last, we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked into a hollow of my own creation. There I remained trapped, alone adrift in that empty void, until Rain called me back to this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. That's the one thing I still don't understand. If so many years have truly passed, why is it that you have not agreed with even a whit? Not aged. I couldn't say for certain, but I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true, then the rift exists outside of our concept of time, and it is all too possible that even seconds spent in that empty pocket could correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. And so you've returned to us just as you were that day, even while over a century has passed for the rest of us. But why didn't Neobert save you? Shouldn't it have been as simple as opening up a portal to the void where you were trapped? I fear that would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far into the rift as we did required all of our energies to be focused in unison. So in losing you, not only did Neobert lose his friend, he lost his only chance to saving you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand. Fear not, I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantations needed to summon and manipulate the hollows. Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is far beyond my powers, but I just might be able to seal up the hollows Phronesis so enjoys summoning. What say you, friends? Shall I give it a try? Oh, now that's music to my ears. But let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time you tried to use the magic, there were some complications, to say the least. Yes, we must take the necessary precautions before confronting Phronesis in earnest. Let us meet outside the village, where Tainer can test out his magic safe from harm. What the? No. I got stuck. No. Let's go. We schmoovin'. Schmoove. There it is. The hole. Wicked White, you did it, lad. Sadly, I've not the strength to reach further beyond. Nor keep the portal open for more than a few moments. No, I will need further training before I can face. Uh-oh. Phronesis, what the hells did that bastard come from? Boop. A hole. Damn it, I'm too close. I can feel it pulling me in. No, Neobet. These are my friends. You mustn't hurt them. Memories. Whose memories? This isn't good. The cave-in's completely sealed off the tunnel behind us. We've no recourse but to press on without our companions. Yoda, what will it be? I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and collect the bounty. Perhaps you and your band could care to take the lead. Spare me your japes. I've no intention of giving up your prize, mind you. Something. Bah! I told that splitting up was a bad idea. If Brendan and Brenda Ray were here, the second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us. No, Silver. Let's not forget who our true foe here is. Lamet, you're certain that we slay this monstrosity in the cave and will seize. According to the miners, the beast was first sighted on the same day the tremors began. Its very presence sucking the mountain dry of its ether. We draws know these caves as well as our own bodies, trust me. Then I suppose we'd best make short work of it before everything comes crashing down. Hey, where do you think you're going? My apologies. I took the ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Think yourself clever, do you? You've uncommon confidence to think you can fell the beast without aid. Answer me this. Why is it you're so intent on claiming the bounty for your own? The bounty? Why indeed? At any rate, unless you mind to stand around here until we all get crushed, you'd best be moving on, yes? Finally, something we can agree on. And so I have a proposal. What say we band together until a battle is won? The tremors grow stronger, no doubt. The cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish this enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes a tomb. Until the battle is won, then. After that, I go my own way. Neobad! Your aid is most welcome, Neobad. Let's make short work of it. Indeed. Whee! He's the best class. My class. Ron can fire. Wrong car. Yay. Oh, he doesn't have stance stuff. So, essentially I can just do this. Would seem we're not the only ones stuck in here, eh? I have a bad feeling about this. Silva. Whee! Neilbert's move kit is weird. No, don't fucking interrupt. Why you do this? What's this? It's deeper within. We really should have asked for a map. Not that I have much use for, after all the cave-ins. Trodoon! Well, aren't you, big boy? Big boy, big croc. Die! 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 Ow, hello. Hey, the cover. Let's go. Ding. Still think you could have managed on your own, mate? Perhaps. It would have been more of a struggle than I expected. Boss! That's him. He's the one who drinks off the mine's ether. Alright, let's put this oversized bull to pasture. Silver, Lamet, Nilbert, with me. The magic's of yours for now. Monka. Monka is. Swipe. Bonk. Bonk. Artbert. Oh, I love Artbert so much. He's a good bean. Actually, it's almost the same cast time. I think it might be more efficient to try and cast that if I can. Has a minimum cost too, which is interesting. Murder. Murder. Oh no. $2,000 Mina swipe. I think it's funny that they make up like a measurement systems for each world distinctly. Like, yes, we are calling it Ponces, but they are calling it Mina. Die, bitch! I don't know, that might have been a mistake. Who knows? Whee! Oh yeah, we bonking! Oh no! Boop. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Not a lot happening though, other than me casting a million times. With taking about, what, 20 casts, this battle is quite long. Or 20, 50-ish. 50 to 100. Because ads. Oh no. Whee. Only 26 HP % left. Yay. Death! Death unto you all! Boop! Boop! The cure! I'm so... that's not good. Hello. I'm in the circle of life. Of staying alive, specifically. Falling star. Die. Ta-da! We've done it! Let's go! Defeat! We've done it now. Now to find ourselves a way out. The tremors continue, but why? The fiend has been vanquished, and its ether returned to the mountain. You were wrong. It was not the creature itself that was causing the quakes. Ah yes, the crystal. The crystal causes with an inconceivable power. A vast wellspring of ether accumulated over ages. Yes, the beast was but a hungry creature, drawn here by the stone, as was I. Yet no interest in the bounty all along. The stone has been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses is now so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it, this precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend? You mean to take the stone from this place? But then what would happen to the mountain? If the ether is not returned to the earth, it's but a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners, those who live at the foot of the mountain, countless lives would be lost. There's no time. What can we do? Taina, my friend. Damn it! Damn it all! The tremors have stopped. Jane, pray forgive me. I promise you this. As long as I walk this earth, I shall never give up hope. The stone was yours to do with as you pleased, and still you chose the fate of many over that of your friend. In return of your sacrifice, I would make you an offer. Come with us, and let us join you in your search for a means to save your comrade. The life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as a sort who might just enjoy it. So what say you? We'll travel the realm together and lend our strength to whatever unfortunate souls we encounter along the way. And who knows, before you know it, we might just stumble upon a way to rescue your Taina. I would like that very much. Taina, forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words, for as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to us. But today I find myself in the company of new companions, and for now I must lend them my strength, just as they lend theirs to me. Kneel, Bear. Rain, are you alright? Worry not, Phronesis is long gone. I launched a few arrows in his directions while I was distracted by Taina's spell, and it just stole away. Anyhow, I'm just glad you're awake on your feet again. Come now, let's turn back to Motsuk before the bastard is drained of heart and comes back for us. Okay. Man, these uncontrolled visions really are taking a turn for the worse. I almost died there. Da, 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 da. It really gave us a scare back there. Whoops. Why take me? So that's how Neobet and Artbet met up. Just goes to show you that in times of crisis, even the bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Now, let's see if I serve this straight. Neobet made this his life mission to save Taina here. Knowing that his own energies wouldn't suffice, he went in search of a relic that would afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in the mines that day he found it. Yet in the end he decided to sacrifice the stone and his own cause to save the lives of the countless innocents who called the mountain home. And so he did take his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light. So that's why he came back to this place. Well, he still summons the Hollows as he did so many years ago. There can be no doubting it. Even now that he's become a Sin Eater, bereft of memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions, the ghastly shell of what was once Neobet still haunts the wastelands, searching for a way to bring back his old friend. I only knew him as a child. The whole idea of Sin Eaters and Warriors of Light. It was all so new to me. Even as the pieces came together, I could not truly believe that Neobet and this Phronesis were one and the same. But when our gazes first met, standing out there in the wastes, in an instant I knew it was without question. This was my friend. A friend who had been searching for me all these years. At last, I know what I must do. I must stop Phronesis that my dear friend may finally find peace. I would do the same. Thank you, my friends. In the battle, I was able to push Phronesis Hollow away from Serig, and only for a short distance. With more training, I'm certain I can learn to close them up entirely. After all I've seen from you, I have no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we. Finally, some close for rope, eh? But still, we must exercise caution. Last time the boy worked his magic, our foe showed up with faster than you can say Phronesis. While this might be a simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned the Sin Eater to us. You'd best avoid casting any similar incantations until we prepare to the final confrontation. I want you to stay close now. Devote yourself to your studies and to hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Rain and I will redouble our training efforts as well. Should we succeed at finding a way to counteract the Hollows, it will come down to our firepower versus our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, lest we allow our victory to slip between our fingers. Ba-ba-ba. That look in your eyes. Yes. I can see that you've gained much strength since we last met. You're pleased to hear that Taina has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. The boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long for that he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there's one aspect of his training that has yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To write the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Phronesis was to be first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet we must keep a wide berth of Amarang. Were we to encounter Phronesis before we fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. So I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there's much the boy could learn from your example. Excellent. Then let us make for Lakeland. The beast in the forest of the Lost Shepherd should provide a fair challenge for the lad. We are moving. It's such a long way. This is in such an awkward position because it's not this teleport, it's that one. Just takes forever. Ah, there he is. Now, shall we get down to... There's something the matter. Do you like my new clothes, Rain? Not only are they stylish... Oh wait, that's the wrong voice. How do you like my new clothes, Rain? Not only are they stylish... Why, that can just be the power welling up in, deep within me. They were a present from Serig. He's the best. It was a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over a foe. But enough idle chit-chat. We have work to do. Rain, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We can't very well just toss him into Wolverines on his own, now can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Taina, watch carefully and let Rain show you how it's done. Oi! Taina! That was incredible. The sheer destructive power of your spells. The way you seamlessly weave one incantation after the next. Everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? Just blast your foes with everything you've got. But of course, thank you, Rain. I will endeavor to put everything I've learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Right, where do I... that's not... Curses. Just stay still so I can hit you already. Steady now, don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Oh, that's smart. I've seen enough of this. Awesome. Oh dear, that didn't go nearly as well as I hoped. Don't get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end. I thought it would be simple enough to ask to follow Rain's lead. However, that savage creature stared me down. I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed. It's not the strength of your magics that is the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. What do you think, Rain? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? You simply need more practice. Thank you. I'm sure you're alright. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better. Promise you. Yes, the bow will be fine. I must stay my hand. I did it. The battle is won. Now that's how you wallop a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Rain here to show me the way. Give my thanks. But don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you've learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? That was rather more difficult than I expected. And yet, thanks to you and Sarek, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time to find your more worthy foe. Let us return to Motsuk and plot our next course of action. Suk! You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Rain. Hells, I dare say old Sariki could learn a thing or two from you. You've taught him not to worry only how to wield his spell in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger, with those fundamentals under his belt. It's just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Phronesis. I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd best go and write down all that I've learned today, while it's fresh in my memory. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rift stole him from his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself and his training that he might help us fell Phronesis and bring his friend a measure of salvation. There's no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe this is a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Taina's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amaring home, we must triumph over this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our grandparents, eh? At any rate, I will leave to you your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. Okay, there we go. Well, look who's back, looking more imposing than ever. And my dad, you'll be pleased to know what Tainus' command of his magics has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold on his own against Phronesis. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. As devoted as he is to his training, I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes from time to time. He insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced. As a fellow mage, perhaps you could succeed in reaching out to him, where I've failed. He should be around here somewhere. Go and find him, and see if you can offer him a few words of support, won't you? Oh, hello there. Is it something I can do for you? Sarik was worried about me, you say? That is kind of him, I assure you. I'm completely fine. I owe so much to the both of you. You brought me back from beyond the rift, took me under your wing, trained me and comforted me at the point that my memories and my magic have both returned. I am finally ready to face my old friend in battle, and it's all because of you. And yet, there's a fear growing inside me. A fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I've learned much about the Sinitas. I learned how those who fall the most powerful Sinitas, like Phronesis, become Sinitas themselves, doomed to live out their days as mindless, unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, or you or Sarik suffered the same fate as Newbert, the only 3 friends I've known in this world, if I lost you all, how could I ever live with myself again? This thought, it shakes me to my very core. Worry not for us. Think only of Dinobad. So you're saying that I should free my mind of distractions and focus on the task at hand? Perhaps you're right. Worrying endlessly about things beyond my control will only serve to break my focus. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand by my side. Nothing would make me happier than to help Nilbert find peace, but that is not the only reason I fight this battle. I must repay you and Sarik for all you have given me. Not only did the 2 of you bring me back to this world, you have instilled me with a newfound sense of purpose. And yet, when the battle is done, you will leave this place. You will embark on your adventures with the companions. Worry not, I will not hold you back, or stand in your way. That is another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, to all 3 of my friends, that I am strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Taina. You can do this. Sorry, perhaps I got a little carried away there. In any event, we should go tell Sarik that I'm ready. Finally back, I see. I was starting to get worried. I trust this means you're ready to do better with Phronesis. I am. Let us put an end to this nightmare and set Neobet, the people of this land free. That's the spirit. All right. The plans to lure Phronesis to us were the same method as last time. We'll venture into the central hills of Amber, a safe distance away from the city. And Taina will summon the fourth hollow. It would only be a matter of time before a quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we can lure Phronesis to a wide open space. We will have complete freedom to maneuver. The hills of Amber should suffice. If you're ready, let us away at once. Wait, it's over there. It's over there! Ah! Eh? I'm ready. Let us begin. Over there. It's him. Yes, I knew you would come. Well, I guess you won't be needing this anymore. Huh? It closed! Let's go! Oh no, another one! It also closed! Pog. Give it up, Neobet. My spells are more than a match for your own. These are my friends. I will not let you take them. Do you hear me, Neobet? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day. The hollows. Die, Neobet. Actually, maybe not. Oh boy. don't appreciate this. Die. These take really long to fight for some reason. The hollow sealed. Yay! Boop. 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 Ah, no, I'll drop. Fuck. No. Did you seriously interrupt me somehow? Come on. Yes. Sarig. Boop. Boop, boop. Go away, Sarig. That's not far away enough. Ah. Man. The AI doing minimal movement. What is this? Would this please go in? Hello? Thank you. Wee. Honk. Da 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 da. Bang. Bang. Okay, there we go. All these annoying mechanics. And dead. Nice. Forgive me, Taina. Far and wide did I travel with my companions, all the while searching away any way at all to bring you back to this world. And yet, in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Artbert and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I had run off with this stone and used its power to rescue us? As I always intended. What adventures might we have shared? I sunk in the depths of despair and felt myself a wretch for doing so. But what I did did right to pity myself, when it was I who consigned you to far more cruel the tragic fate. Whatever pain, whatever loss I knew is nothing compared to what you suffered. But you still suffer. Abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in a cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, no doubt you are still out there, beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. That's not true, Diabet. I'm right here. And yet, even if you despise me with every fiber of your being, even still I would give anything to just see you just one last time. You could curse me, revile me, rain fists and magics down upon me. Would all be worth it just for the chance to say, I'm sorry. Stop it, Nilbert. Please stop saying those things. Even after you had your mind and your heart, your very humanity ripped from you, still, for all these years, you kept searching for me. How could I ever hate my best friend? Did you see, old friend? It was Rain here who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided him to me. You've suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now. You need worry about me no longer. So please, rest peacefully. It's over at last. You don't need to explain it to me. I know that the Neobit we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal. That my friend truly passed away years and years ago. And yet, even if those words will never reach Neobit, simply saying them aloud gave me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today. But we should be getting back to town before any more Sinitas take notice of us, yes? I'll say, after the battle, I could use a rest, and I reckon Reindeer could as well. Shall we head back to Matsuk? Yes. Oh right, that's a no. There's no direct path, I remember. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, I'm happy to report that the tales of our triumph are already spreading across town like wildfire. Word has it that the merchants are so grateful that they intend to sweeten the bounty with a generous personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, Neobit has found a peace and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day I thank the gods for having brought us together. The feeling's mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out of the hole. But it's been a pleasure having you at your side. So tell me, now that you've made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and Rain have trained me well, and I'm quite confident that I can hold my own in the battlefield. Perhaps I will travel the land and see if I might use my abilities to help those in need. I didn't know better. I think those were the words spoken of someone twice your age. If that's truly your intention, then I have something of a plan. First, I'll need Rain here's permission. It's just a thought I had, but what's say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Taina here? I reckon he needs it more than we do. Besides, we couldn't have won the battle without him. You owe me one. You're goddamn right, I do. Anytime you have need of a skilled marksman, and you know where to find me. Don't you worry. There'll still be some coin left over for the both of us. My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that. Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy your age to make this his way in the world, and this is the least we can do. Think of it as a party gift from your brothers in arms. Thank you, Sarig. Thank you, Rain. As long as I live, I will never forget your generosity. Finally, I have one last proposal for you, if you're keen to hear it. There's this bounty hunter I know. He can hold his own with a bow, but he's always thought he could take one bigger marks if he had a skilled mage at his side. If we're looking for a partner, that is. Sarek, you could not possibly mean... Gosh, I'm saying. So what'll it be? Yes, 1,000 times yes. Why, nothing would make me happier. And I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship. And on that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off to the Crystarium to find ourselves a new mark. If it's not too much to ask, why didn't you just join us there? I still owe you your share of the bounty, and I reckon that'd be a good place to say a proper farewells. Ah, Rain. Glad you could join us. Tay and I just arrived a short while ago ourselves. The boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no end of questions in that one. But there's only so much I can teach him. The rest he'll have to learn from experience. And so I intend to do what I can show him in the world. What I can to show him the world. And keep him safe. So don't worry about us. Between my bow and his magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own out there. That said, should we ever find ourselves on a trail of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you'd not be averse to lending us your strength once more. Yes. Somehow I have a feeling I won't take another 100 years for my paths to cross again. Until then, friend, stay sheltered in the shade. Oh, sir, you are awake. You were injured during the foray in Mount Gulk, yes? I was here at my station, as always. When they carried you in one makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen it. It has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Seeing you up and about is the first good news I've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure an anxious citizen? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers. and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Aww. I'm sorry. I'm okay. Wee. Da, 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 da. Well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, that was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle, so. And you, my friend, feared you'd run through to the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. And they told me some evil bastard went and snatched a poor exarch away in the midst of chaos. Wicked white. What is this world coming to? Bah, but moaning never solved anything, did it? Nay, it's time like these that we Crystarian folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with humors back at the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesame was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not another sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Whee! Oh, it's downstairs? Sesame. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's ever been. No, it's been a lot to see you. Even sporadic surgeons were forbidden from making visits. Bean was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure for your condition. I worry to see their faces grown even more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake. And when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. Ah, and our own Moran has little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome after another. Moran. I like him. He's cute. Whee! Confound it. This says the same thing as the last. Maybe I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Rain! It truly is you. Not some figment of my imagination. But this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain the most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I'm hopeful the search of a stolen steward might begin in earnest. Cutlass, meanwhile, leads the crystalline main in preparations for battle, though against what foe? We are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be much welcome relief. Relief! We. Right, up there. Whee! Rain, alive. Rain, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? And a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. I'm not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we've been able to provide you with better weapons and steadier helms, then maybe you would have won the day. The Exarch would still be here. As such, we'd keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we are trying to improve. Well, it's some fine work, I must admit. Wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials. I'm not sure we'd have the kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Greetings, Glynnett. The master of the stairs is running its own errands now, is it? Is he? Well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking of an absent genius to this epiphanies that are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you mean old Grenold. He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. But what does his talent do for us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen a hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I'd wait till he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many tales have been told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses in a grindstone for the time being. But on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on his slow, steady progress. This is all talk for when you've fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing there, eh? Ah, before you do that, actually the reason I came over here in the first place. Oh, no. Don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you. I'd best be getting back, just because the word's coming apart. The seams doesn't mean we don't have to follow suit now, does it? Here. We can't forget the heart upon which the city was founded. Or the exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Rain, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Whee! Ah, yes. I remember this part.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
Hi, Artbet.
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
The secrecy's worse. I'd rather people knew.
If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. We're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then.
Hello.
What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish.
Hotbed.
For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
You were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Even you can't see him?
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you?
You could help me.
Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion.
Ah.
And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling, you are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place.
Ah.
Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow.
Ah.
See yourself as he
The
saw
cattest
you,
of boys.
and that shall be the clearest clue.
There he is! My boy! Ah.
You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Man. ah. Anyway, you know what? I think I'm just gonna end stream here today. I think this is a good point. And then maybe tomorrow or something we can continue the story. We'll see. But this way I can have like all the prelude to the end in one package. Because we are level 79 quest content. I think we should be able to end Shadowbringers base game in one stream after this. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you had a time that was nice and stuff. With the mandatory side quest. Next time, we will finally go and rescue Raha, the best cat boy. Good night.